Well, here we are once again at Warilla Bowls Club for the New South Wales vs Victoria Test Series. It's the fifth test here on Sunday morning, and we're underway with the match. And our feature rink is the women's match between Ellen Ryan and Kylie Whitehead. We're picking up action. It's the first end, and not a bad start from the both leads. Blues 2 bowls just behind. Vic holding shot there with that one. And that is a rather cool breeze. You might be able to just hear it coming through our headsets.
Mate, it's got ice in it. It's freezing here at the moment. The lots of rain overnight. Hi everyone, Ben Crickstalitis, Benny Two Shoes here. And standing next to Andrew, my voice is a bit rough this morning. I was at the Swans Giants last night yelling and screaming like a clown. And you can feel the raspiness in my voice this morning. But these guys out here wearing shorts are absolutely insane, I think.
And good bowl from the Vics. The Vics, of course, got a one-shot win in the women's test last night. The men now leading 4-0. We may have a slightly shorter test today. We're underway early. And we're underway early because the Vics have got to get away to get their flight after their delays getting here. They've got to make sure they get on.
Exactly right. I'll get the scoreboards up shortly, everyone. But yeah, it is freezing. While I'm waiting for that to happen, what I'll also do is put the what's that thing called? You know what I'm talking about. The
YouTube.
Link, the link to YouTube up immediately. But it is nice and early on a, what day is it today?
Sunday.
On a Sunday morning for the final test, already secured by New South Wales.
Blues holding 2 now. Vicks were just looking for that. Ellen Ryan hitting Jamie Lee to play backhand down to the Vicks bowls. Does just go around, should be good. I think she's just under the line here. And, well, got to be happy with her. That's finished.
Yes, indeed. I didn't see who's bowling those pink, green and white ones that look like watermelons.
Pretty sure they're a Victorian bowl.
Yeah. Yeah, there's that breeze and you can see the sky heavy and dark.
We finished just in time last night. A little bit of rain hit as the last end was being played in the women's series, and then it absolutely bucketed down.
Yeah, we said we were going to run out and rescue our cameras, and turned out that was exactly the correct because we got out and got them inside, and then whack, down came the rain.
Very heavy localised falls in Illawarra last night.
Very heavy localised falls in Homebush as well. Last night where I was, it was chaos. We were saying one of their roofs collapsed at the yacht club or something like that.
Yep, the Illawarra Yacht Club at Warrawong. He absolutely bucketed down there. Falls up to 69 millimetres in the area overnight.
Nice.
Thank you to Illawarra Storm Chasers, my Facebook group I follow. Great attempt from Kylie, just not quite got the speed to push that one over. Ellen, chance to add a third.
Thank you, Kylie. So I just saw her pick up the mat and go to throw it across the back onto the edge of the rink. We saw our camera and managed to hold it. Thank you. Not quite there, so that's a 2 to kick off the New South Wales Day here, this side.
I'll put that score in.
Yeah, just working hard. That won't actually, once again, struggling to log into Google. It's just not playing the game.
Okay, hit continue, and hopefully that'll take a minute or two, and away we'll go.
I'll give it a sec.
Says it's connecting. We'll just wait for that to come in. But it's now 3-1 after 3 ends in the women's series, and it's 2-3 after 2 ends in the men's series.
You just hear Andrew cringe a bit. The breeze coming past us. He's icy. Even we're pretty well protected here. Maybe I should ask him to turn those heaters on again.
I just looked up to have a look at that as you said that. But, once again, the hospitality here at Warilla has been first class. Very busy time with our test series and the UBC both being played here. Volunteers have been out looking after the players, the bacon egg rolls for breakfast.
Yeah, good starting there. Really accomplished bowler, young Jodie there. He's done well leading. And obviously Jess Cattell here, she's just won the state championship, guaranteed a ticket to Western Australia in a couple of months.
Oh, no guarantees.
No guarantees.
You got to earn your spot.
Did she not?
Look,
With the state championship?
If I was betting man, I would be betting on it, but...
Oh, that's what we were telling everyone.
Oh, yes, guaranteed a ticket to go to the Nationals.
Yeah.
Not necessarily in the state side.
Oh, my apologies, yeah, in the Nationals. So here comes that. Those watermelon bowls. They're flash. I like those.
So, yep. That's Samantha Atkinson.
Mm-hmm.
Jessica Tell now. Blues have got everything just in behind.
Yeah, she won't be short. And clunking there.
Yeah, hasn't made it any worse at all. A couple of chances there with that sort of bowl. You can sit either one of the two closest, trail or jack. Oh, the girl's just a bit distracted. There's a fellow walking past, out walking his dog, and they're almost like Benny needs to run and go and pat the dog.
That's right, I do that. There's a... I have to go have a word with Ellen Ryan again to get her out of the way of the camera. There we go.
Oh, no, she was just calling the shot. We'll let her do that.
She's, the greenkeeper here's got a dog that helps him out, follows him up and down the green when he's rolling. Certainly Dawny Heyman and Tash Van Eldick, when they turned up this morning, were very excited to see that.
Tris Doolan now on the mat for...
Tristiana is now... I first met Tris at Moama again. I tell Moama stories a fair bit, but I met her down there, and she's one of the most wonderful volunteers and good people around bowls down there as well. So glad to see her here representing a state. I actually wasn't aware she was a state rep until this tournament. Been a bit New South Wales centric.
Well, she's gone to the back. Jamie Lee had to change to the backhand. And that watermelon bowl's come in. Cleared the path in, though, for Ellen. And there's still a chance, but they're They're 2 or 3 down here, the Blues. It's the danger when you try to play that sit shot if you miss. And this will be another one.
Oh, doesn't want to kick Jack.
Well, got a nice little rub, and it's far enough away that it hasn't increased the size of the target.
Yeah,
It still
exactly
counts.
right. Still a pretty big target. No, I'd be having a crack right now. Just remove some bowls if nothing else. Allen doing that backward walk that skips do.
Donny Heyman's had a run and taken out the Vic Bowls. I think they're holding at least 1 or 2, maybe 3. Ellen looks on a good path here.
Oh, it's
Got the split.
Nearly. She's only cut it down. She looks 2 down live. On this camera, it looks a bit different. But
Yeah, I think it's definitely 2 from the live view. Good weight from Ellen. Just enough to... Well, it says it was successful, but not coming in.
yeah, just once again struggling to attach to Google to get those scoreboards up at the moment. But we'll persist. I'll keep troubleshooting. Meanwhile, just watching Kylie Whitehead here.
Just trying to get another one in. It's pretty close.
She wants to be careful. Oh, she's done that perfectly.
Well, she's changed it up
That's a
brilliantly.
fantastic shot. Three down to the New South Wales people now, and
No
a bit of work to do.
real shot there. She's covered that up brilliantly. Ellen can have a run, but if she
Yeah.
takes her bowl out,
Yeah, danger everywhere.
could be quite a few down. That's what Jamie's just having a look at. Well, there you go. Jamie says there's only one more if she takes hers out. So we will see a little bit of a whack. Best back is Tris Doolan, so
Bit wide, I think. It's
Well,
going
can get off the watermelon.
slide. Oh, geez. Pretty much cleaned out everything.
and well, I'm thinking it's 2. Kylie a chance to draw for the 3rd.
Yeah, looks 2 to me.
Maybe Ellen's just in, but I don't think so from the live view. All Kylie needs to do is stop on the green stuff. She's done that well.
Well, yeah, that's the best way to do it. Stop on your own.
And it is
3
3.
it is.
So our feature rink, 2-3 after 2.
So yeah, 2-3 after 2 here on this one. Next door on the Heyman Rink,
1-2.
Victorians are 2. Yep, 2-1 after 2. The next one is 1-all after 2. And I can't see any more up the other end. But the men are the Victorians are 5, New South Wales 3 after 5 ends. Oh, makes me wish I brought a scarf. So cold on the back of my neck right now. So first ball, Jody just crossing the line, sitting just in front of Jack.
Pretty good start though. There or thereabouts. There's something very interesting going on here where I think we need to open a browser window.
I'll just happy to swap sides and leave it to you, mate, if you'd like.
If we sign into...
That's all right. I'll just keep watching the bowls. Yeah, look, brilliant lead bowl there by... Just, well, Jen's here. Hey, Jen. So,
Jen, stay away from us. You're too sick.
Genevieve Delves has just popped her head up. Work's apparently seen her on the live stream, and no, look, she's crook as a dog. She's not playing. She's crook as absolutely crook as anything. Jen, in fact, go and lay down. She's come up here, pointed her face at us, and started coughing. Thanks for that.
Luckily, the wind's behind us.
Yeah, not wrong. No, she's not. Well, she hasn't been well all weekend, actually. Just managed to get on the green, but no way. We had a spare here. We had my mate Kate Courage here ready to go just in case Jen fell over, but
I don't know how many times we can just click that
that's
button.
right.
And hope.
Insanity. We just keep going round and round in circles. I do have another idea, which I'll jump on in a sec.
We can manually do it all, but I think we'll only do the main scoreboards if we do that.
Mm-hmm. So, yeah, a couple of problems there, but we'll persist as we go.
I've got another right here.
Who's been saying hello to us this time? Just trying to sort the scoreboard problem out. So who has said hello to us here this morning? We got Mark Wallace. Good morning, mate. Crab's back here. Excellent. Lucas Protopappas. Go the Vix. Maxine no, she's here as well. Everyone looks so cold. Go New South Wales Yvonne. It is freezing. It looks like we may have had a small win here with the scoreboard. So
I cheated. I duplicated the graphics layer.
Well done. Clever.
In the meantime, we've not been watching the bowls.
At all. We're trying to fix technical problems there. What's Tristiano? I can't even see who's holding there at the moment, but Mick West, go the Vix. Yeah, you'd say that.
I think we might be holding two. We, as in the Blues.
The Blues. Yeah.
We're not parochial much. Well, no, we are definitely.
And Tristiana has just shattered all those illusions and run herself through to the back. Probably three now to the Vix.
Yeah, two at least. And the watermelon at the front, yeah, a measure there.
Oh, yeah, my apologies. Not the front one. I was thinking that one outside, but that's not. That's one of the Blues. So, yeah, two now to the Victorians.
Mind you, the scoreboard is still just loading. And, well, that watermelon may be in now.
So has there been a change in position here at the moment? I didn't remember Jamie Lee Walsh not playing third. I thought she'd been...
No, she's been third the whole time.
Yeah. There you go. Clearly don't know what I'm talking about. Sadly. This morning, I had it mixed up. She played lead for, that's right, Karen Murphy in the States. That's why
yes,
the state championships.
Yep.
That's why I was confused.
Well, they're sort of interested. It is in. Ellen just looking for that little port down on the backhand side. Needs to get under her own bowl. Just like that. And then Little toucher will do. One shot to the Blues.
Brilliant shot, Ellen Ryan.
I think we'll see Kylie reaching.
Yeah, thanks, Casper. It was heartbreaking for West Coast yesterday, 1 point, but also a bit stupid. Heartbreaking for the fans, a bit silly on the behalf of the team, but we'll leave that alone. Last night, Swannies up over the Giants, sadly as well. I was there for that game, but Swans had a very good afternoon.
We just had a little celebration.
Scoreboards.
There we go. Now I've got to keep them up to date. Sometimes there's just a little bit too many moving parts.
Oh, great shot. Kylie Whitehead. Once again, she's absolute killer at the moment. Because Ellen Casual is the only thing put her hands in pockets. I don't know about Casual, mate, because I can tell you now it's icy. If she's not putting her hands in her pockets, then to keep her fingers warm, something going on. I don't know what the temperature is out here, but that breeze that's kicking up is ridiculous.
Oh, look, I did look at the predictions. Apparently, over the other side of the lake, it's 13.7 and feels like 11.5. Usually,
oh, here we go. Oh.
We say you can take a degree or two off that here.
Oh, magic fingers here.
There might be a couple. One to the Vicks.
Yeah, another great shot by Kylie Whitehead there. She's already kicked off. We're only 3 ends in, and she's showing some purpose. Something about the Victorians I will give them genuine credit for is they do play with a lot of pride. And that team ethos is quite immense. Something that I think we could replicate as I think the New South Wales unit could replicate as well. It's just not that they're not winning and they're very skilled players, but that team ethos is huge with the Victorians.
Well, there is a bit of a team ethos with the Blues as well, definitely. It's something that Gary Willis, when he was our state coach, really instilled into them, and
continues on.
Oh, great bowl from Brianna Smith. But so far, I think it's been Jodie who's really set the tone for this. She's led exceptionally well. And, well, it's only 4-2 after 3. Just feel the Vicks have had the better of the start on the back of Jodie doing that sort of thing.
Yeah, look, Jodie's setting them up beautifully, and very consistent bowler from what I've seen over the last few days. Just I don't get to watch every team fully with our feature rink, but whenever I've looked up, those pink bowls have been in and around it, but really very good starters as well. So that's good leading by both teams.
You won't see four better lead bowls on end.
Agreed.
Well, it's cold enough that I'm blowing steam.
See the breath. Oh goodness me! It's 20 to 9 in the morning. We still see our breath. That's cold enough. Thank you.
And really, it's just the wind that's doing it. Mind you, conditions out on that green are pretty hot. Around the jack anyway.
Around the jack, yeah.
Jessie Cattell, well, just going to fall a little bit short. Close to counting. I think it's just out. Might have just given a guide for the Victorians to play just up and over, get inside of that and run onto the jack. That little watermelon clips the outside of that.
That's right. Tris Doolan, I've just remembered, is from the MCC. She promised to get me an MCC shirt. I'm going to have to go find her.
The Marylebone Cricket Club.
MCC Bowling Division, they call themselves. So we've actually haven't got that written in the program. The bowling section of the Melbourne Cricket Club. Very posh.
Oh, it's still one. And not a lot of room there.
No. So clubs here. Jodie Freund is from the lead for Victoria's from Wangaratta. It's a country club up near the river. Samantha Atkinson from Richmond Union in the city, as well as Tristan from the MCC. And Kylie Whitehead from Wodonga. So she's nearly New South Welsh. Just a quick step over the river. One of us. Oof.
Oh, if you're talking about football codes, then Victoria ends a lot further north than that.
We've got first our internationals on. Welcome John Proudfoot from Dumfries in Scotland. Of course, the ladies, Ellen Ryan's team here. Ellen Ryan and Jamie Lee Warsnop and Jessie Cattell, all from Cabramatta. And Brianna Smith, I guess you'd call her one of the Bowls Australia's media personalities now, being part of the podcast team from St John's Park across the road. She's usually a rival of these three ladies.
Part of the very powerful Lansdowne district.
That's right. Sorry, Mel Smith is saying, back off, she's a Victorian. You're talking about Kylie Whitehead, clearly.
I don't think we could lure her in.
Speaking of St John's Park, Chanel Shakushi's on the line again, on the live stream again, just having signed on to St John's Park, going from blue shirts to red ones. So I think that's really moved. Those two lead bowls at the front are still sitting there. They've moved a couple of inches across. I still think we're holding on, the New South Wales team.
Yep. And I think we'll see Kylie just reaching up, get a little roll out of that bowl, or just a touch on the jack. A watermelon sitting behind it.
Yeah, Lucas, the right line, I know. If I start my own podcast, Lucas, would you come on and be my first guest? I have to think of a cool name. And here comes Ellis with a beautiful looking draw. Oh, a little touch. Did it hurt? Oh. That's the hard question. It's hard to see on
I don't think so.
It's up and down is the call.
I think we should have put the media all up, Ben, and put it behind us. Just to give us a windshield.
That's it. I can't even argue. Oh, looking good to there. Doesn't want to touch on the front. Has got it, but kicked the jack back. Guaranteed one. I'm pretty sure it's just the one. Lots of white bowls sitting in there.
One to somebody.
Yeah, I think
it looks like it's closer to the Blues bowl. Yes, it is. Sat in against the white one.
One New South Welsh.
Ellen Chicken's out then. I mean, she had at least a millimetre and a half to draw another. Don't know why she didn't play it. Well, the Blues men have just gone on a little surge. They were a couple of shots behind, and now it's 15-6 after 13.
Little rampage. It looks like Ellen's walked right up the rink here. Short ends, please. It's too cold to play long.
Well, there's a jumper on every single player out there except one.
Which lunatic's that? No,
That's Carl Healy.
Carl Healy.
I think Carl will wear that lunatic as a badge of honour.
Yeah, he'll be stoked with that. Yeah. very, very happy, but geez, I wouldn't do that. That's
Well,
crazy.
we're going to measure this one, and I'm going to back that our umpire, whose name escapes me at the moment, I'm sorry.
Yeah, same. I can't remember. I met him.
He's one of the stalwart umpires here at Warilla. I will bet that he will throw it back.
I reckon it's in.
It's
Close.
it's only just on the mark on the bank, which is 23 metres from the ditch. And the mat is a full mat plus in front of the tee. So I'm thinking this is going to be just short. Oh, well, you got it more than me. I must be slightly out of line with that mark on the ditch. Parallax
I've got a
me.
better idea.
You're closer to it.
Casper John's saying they don't understand why they're wearing shorts and skirts if they're freezing cold. Look, I'm wearing shorts as well, mate. I wear shorts unless we're hitting literally freezing.
You're a lunatic too.
I wore long pants in Foster. Sorry, not Foster. I was with Junee once because it was -3 outside. But no, generally wear shorts everywhere I go. So I understand that freedom of movement. But I definitely have summer on the bottom, winter on the top. There's people over there wearing beanies, hoods up. Jared Beath saying knowing Cole Healy is probably wearing thermals underneath. Yeah, it could be actually. I'm looking over there. He's probably got a thermal singlet or something on. But,
I thought Bunsey was just going to say it's just because he's such a hot guy.
Oh, Tony McAvoy watching from Dublin. Welcome. Kate Carriage, they only issued shorts or pants, not both. Good Lord.
No, we'll give you one of each if you ask for it. No, most of the players actually just ask for shorts. They prefer to play in them, so you ask, you receive.
No, I think I'll be on board with Kate here, and she'd probably agree with me. I like the idea of a standard kit out, sign for it, walk on.
No, we give them a couple of pairs of bottoms, and they can have shorts and look, if somebody asks for an extra pair, we're not that stingy.
Also, the New South Wales jumpers, I don't know about the Victorians ones. The New South Wales jumpers are very warm and nicely lined. I have questioned the colour choice, but they're quite a good jumper. But the sad thing is I've lost mine this week.
Yeah, look, I think the colour choice is what's available in the manufactured. They are. I think they're an off-the-rack.
But, I think, like I said, they're very warm jumpers. I'm just annoyed that I've lost mine this week. It's when I went and asked reception if they'd had a New South Wales jumper handed in, they said no. I said, yeah, it's difficult because there's another 20-odd people here wearing the same one. So, I'm sure I'll find another one when I get back to the office. Connie Rutherford watching from a warm bed in Wagga. Might be the only warm thing in Wagga at the moment.
A good start from the Blues. Jesse Cattell drops one on it and behind. Rounder just a little bit over and under with her opening two. And Jodie, two good starters again. That one's just going to go underneath.
We have another T-shirt.
Well, Cass has got her sleeveless vest on, I think.
Yeah. See, I like that choice too. I'm a vest wearer. I like my arms to be unencumbered. Right. Oh, they're having a chat. Have a look at that. Corey Wedlock.
Guarantees.
Oh, sorry, Aaron Tees. I was thinking Corey Whitlock because he was standing in my way earlier. But he's, there's nothing good about that. Oh, that's run it straight through.
Probably
It's just
wonder,
one.
Vicks.
Yeah.
The orange bowl now. Jack is sitting right up against the orange bowl, just off centre line, just where Ellen's in front of Ellen's foot, or on the mat side of Ellen's foot. There is a chance for Jamie here. She can draw down just a little touch on that orange bowl. Any contact?
Oof.
Oh, it's gone close.
Yeah, it's a pretty good shot there by Jamie. Didn't miss by much.
She frightened it. Big cheers for Donnie Heyman. Made it 2. Cass will go and adjust the scoreboard so we can confirm that. Yep, goes to 3 and 5 for ends. Oh, they've gone close to it again.
Yeah. So, in the end, the lead bowl of...
Jody?
Just blanked out. Jody. I was about to say Tanya. I had Tanya in my head again. Jeez, I'm doing well with names today. Has done really, really well to be holding there. The importance of lead bowl showing once again.
So Ellen, forehand, should be very marginally over the draw.
She's looking close. Really close.
Any contact should be good.
Oh,
Wow.
yeah, well, contact was good. It's closed it up in there.
There's now 2 Blues bowls right next to it, but it's still 1 to the Vicks. The good news there is, I think now, if Ellen just clips that jack, it'll squirt slightly to the left and in between the 2 New South Wales bowls. And the further good news is, I think, yeah, it is. If it squirts out through the 2 Blues bowls, the red and the white extra jack, it's Jamie Lee Worsnop's waiting out on the right of screen. In fact, that's 2. The white one's too far short to count, but Kylie, I don't think she can get another shot, but I think she can get some cover. Well, she may have been looking just to push Ellen's on to Jamie's. And that's a lot more confidence in your ability than I would have if it was me bowling.
Well, that's why they're here at this level.
Yeah.
It's the best way to put that. It's kind of morning, I think, that my mate Peter Bobridge would have put his bowls in the oven for half an hour just to warm them up. It's, I think I'm not going to give you the recipe because it's a don't try this at home thing. Oh, I'm not a professional. But I think it was 60 degrees for half an hour, and they hold their heat the whole game. Our little man-made rocks.
Yeah.
So 1 again. Kylie, second in a row, which could be the first time I've ever seen that, by the way. Right. Helen's holding in her hand a hand warmer. That's what's in her pocket. That's what she's shaking.
We need to push auto push pull to make sure we got the right layer selected. I think that's now happening. Yep, there we go.
So yeah, you see Ellen Ryan there dancing up and down with that thing in her hand. That's a hand warmer. Like I said, I'm pretty sure because it is cold, and that's why her hands keep going back in her pockets.
She's not got the music in her head. She's warming, trying to get warm.
What is going on?
She might trying to mix the chemicals in it to try.
Yeah, it's definitely hand warmers, but some of these Marine Leighton watching from Cotton Tree. Couple of towels on the line. G'day, mate. Yeah, I remember using them in Geneva. It was one of the really cool business ideas these two kids had. They were young ladies were running around with a basket full of hand warmers that they'd probably bought for a box full for 70 cents each, selling for $2 each, and they would have sold out within a couple of hours on the first day.
Well, good start from Brianna Smith. Just a little bit short, but that one is shot. But once again, Jodie has got one very close and one just in behind. Excellent leading. Mightn't have shot, but they are two fantastic lead bowls. Brianna looking for 30 centimetres or so. Doesn't want the jack. Well, got it, but I think she's still just holding. Backhand for Vic. Plenty of chances there. Just knock that jack around the corner. They'll be sitting pretty.
These wonderful watermelon bowls.
Samantha Atkinson.
Sam Atkinson from Richmond Union.
Just forgot to do something with that one. Well, Elsa said just either hand draw. I'd actually prefer the forehand for the Blues here. Round that one.
I'd agree with that.
You can sit on your own. If you get in behind is all right. And if you're a bit tight, you got your own to chunk as well. Very technical term that. Chunk your bowl.
Chunk. Oof. Well,
that's good home.
It's going to be handy. The loud voice of Matty Flapper in the background. He echoes around this place.
Oh, Samantha. Oh,
yeah, again.
Yeah, just didn't quite give that one a chance. Might force a backhand.
Roger Webb just from Christchurch in New Zealand is telling us to harden up. We need to come and play some winter bowls here in Christchurch.
No.
Actually, I'd love to, but no. Thanks. You're not even wrong.
You know it's cold when you leave to go and get the train, and your eyes water a bit and it freezes in the corner of your eye,
yeah.
Which has happened to me here, and here is cold enough for me. There is absolutely no polar bear in me.
I used to live in Queanbeyan. Back when I was riding a motorbike, I used to ride my motorbike to work in minus 6 degrees. Clear, no snow or anything like that, just a clear sunny day of it, minus 6, and that was as stupid a thing as I reckon I ever did. That's close.
Snuck through the hole. Got a good position out of it.
We are starting to get some blue sky around though. Here's Andrew. He runs off to get a little drink. We're watching this head. Everyone's got the right line. A few short ones, which is interesting. I'll just zoom that camera out a little. Get a better view of it. Jack has moved a little. Interest now in that backhand, running after it. Just wants to get around that. Oh, the little touch didn't help. I think that was really close. Jamie Lee now. Forehand, been asked to sit about a foot back. Not quite, I don't think. As you can see, it's still cloudy and pretty horrible, but just behind that camera view there, we've got a bit of a break in the clouds, so maybe it'll warm up once we start seeing the sun, but as it stands, as Roger said, need to harden up, I guess. Spoonful of concrete. So, Kylie Whitehead now on that forehand. Just things in the way. Good weight was the call. Yeah, just didn't quite come in there. Ellen following her down. And didn't come in. So perfect weight, just not the grass for that one. Kylie Whitehead lining up. Backhand again, wanting to correct on that last shot. We're just running back. Andrew, rarely have I had a morning where I've more felt like a cup of tea. We have no facilities here to make one at all.
A little unfortunate. A warm drink would be much better.
So I'm just listening to everyone, because we do talk about, I've said this before, sailors and bowlers talk about the weather all the time, because it's one of the biggest considerations when we're playing outside and everything. My uncle was just telling me online there that he's in Tasmania at the moment. It's 9 degrees Celsius, which is warm, I'd suggest, for this time of the morning in Tasmania winter. That's a good shot. Excuse me, by Ellen. Let's have a look. 1 to New South Wales. Wow, after a pretty good head of bowls, down that side towards where we are on the ditch ring, doesn't seem to be a lot of turn happening there. Apologies. Yeah, 50k an hour headwind is what Steve's saying. He's meant to be playing bowls today out there as well. That doesn't sound like fun at all. So, Victoria actually on the big board ahead, 15-12 according to that. There, yep, and we've got the same thing, 15-12. It's all...
And
it's close here.
Vicks have made a run back in the men too.
Yeah.
It's 17-14 after 20. So the Blues got out to, 8 or 9 shot lead. It's down to 3.
The camera shook in the wind a little bit while I was watching it then. And I think it's been knocked offline off its axis, so it's a little bit wonky, but we'll still be able to see the head.
Brianna's a bit short. So is Jodie.
Yeah, so is Jodie. Look, they've gone tee to tee.
And we did get a bit of rain last night, so might be just a little bit of more speed required than being used in the other games. Brianna needs to get past her own, but just going to give a little bump. Has pushed it up a little. It's shot.
Mary Ingram back from Fife in Scotland. Good to see you, Mary. Makes me nice and comfortable to see our regular bowls tragics on. Mary, you're one of them. Good to see Roger Webb too. And Roger Webb saying, despite his comment telling us to harden up, he does sympathise. Thanks, Roger.
Well, I think the Albatross has said it's nice and sunny here.
Well, yeah, that sits, yeah.
It's either the Albatross or Stewie. Welcome to the stream.
Oof. So everyone a bit short. The Longans tricked them. I wonder if there's a damp patch right down there, because that is where everyone steps off onto the green, down in that corner. And I wonder if there's a spot there that's just pulling the bowls right up. Can happen. So good, what looks like good weight here from those little watermelon bowls and through, and that'll be the shot. Still didn't make it to the jack though.
Could be one of those ones though where it's just that length end change.
Yeah.
That you think, I'll put plenty on this, and then you find out you didn't.
Well, it's good to see the state level players can get tricked by that as much as us amateurs, mate.
Needs to miss.
Well,
the chunk has been good for it.
Yeah, a little crack into that orange bowl there is.
One of the problems is that you end up with those short bowls that impedes the view in.
Yeah, got to start weaving your way through instead of just aiming at the jack.
It's going to be a little on the wide side.
Well, that's the first back bowl, and it's hung up on the ditch there. And that's quick. Well, got it slowed down, and it's run out to the side, but Jamie Lee, I don't think will be stoked with that one.
Well, it just held its line with a little bit of pace. And Triss, she's just going to be slightly...
Yeah, that change of length has tricked everyone. This is about as loose a head as I reckon I've seen at this level. Tough conditions. Absolutely give them their, whatever kind of reason you want. But wow,
Jamie's had good weight on that one. It's just after the first one, she just pulled a little bit narrow.
Jasper Johns, the green running slow. Look, for the conditions, I'd say no. But it's certainly not fast. We got dumped with a huge amount of rain and a lot of moisture this morning. Greenkeeper was able to roll. He probably would have preferred not to. I think I heard him saying to one of the guys over, I didn't get to speak to him myself, but it's damp. That's the best way to put it. There's a lot of water coming up out of the green, and as the day goes on, and I don't think it's not lightning. It's just wet. So look, space around the jack, but not a lot of room at the same time for the skippers here.
Well, for good, accurate data, Little Lake is where there's a rain gauge, 46 millimetres.
Yeah.
So that's last night's rain. Yet 10 minutes up, probably west here is the airport at Albion Park Rail, Shell Harbour Airport, 6 millimetres. 7 millimetres at Nowra, but 30.2 at Kiama.
Jeez.
Bellambi had 52.6, so that's 25 minutes north. Fox Ground, which is just a little bit further south between here and Nowra, 120 millimetres. Rixon's Pass, I don't even know where that is, 76. Cringilla, which is close to where the Yachty is, 75 millimetres. Russell Vale Colliery, 62 millimetres. So really heavy localised falls.
Oh, a huge amount of rain on the highway last night. There was a good centimetre and a half to 2 centimetres of rain on the water on the road. So a couple of questions here. Who's playing on the big screen? So the game we're currently broadcasting is the Victorian team of Jodie Freund, Samantha Atkinson, Triss Doolan and Kylie Whitehead. They are playing the New South Wales side of Brianna Smith, Jessie Cattell, Jamie Lee Warsnop, and Ellen Ryan. Did New South Wales win the overall yesterday? Yes, they did. Victorians playing for a bit of pride here today, and they're really showing it, actually. It's close over on the men's, 18-17 after 22, and they're winning this one 19-12. They'd like to go home with a win under their belt.
So it's 3-1 in the women's series. New South Wales will win the series. It's 4-0 in the men's, although it's 18-17 in favour of the Blues after 22 ends. So the Vics have got a little bit of momentum over the last half an hour or so in that, or 20 minutes or so.
Yeah.
We've been going for about an hour.
Kylie just looking for a little slider towards the jack, and that's the closest one at least. I reckon there's a few there. Just looking at that one, New South Wales, no call. So I'll wait till the scoreboard gets updated.
We might need to send a message to Ellen. Oh, I think she's realised. And Jody, decent starter again. Good bowl from Browner in behind. Jody has shot. But it's, well, Jody's a good metre or so short, actually. It's at the live view. Browner about 2 metres or so behind. And Jody's made a correction. That one, well, still the best part of a metre short. May force Browner to the backhand, which she has done. Pretty well down to here. Just Ellen's wheeling it on. That is shot. They are pulling up very quickly, so this green's certainly not running lightning fast. It is pretty good considering we had 46 millimetres of rain overnight. And the watermelons, they'll crash into Jody's bowl, punch it right up to the jack. We'll force Jessie to play her forehand underneath. She'll be just looking to sit the shot bowl or tuck that jack away. Needs to get round that one. Oh, it's good 60 to 70 centimetres short, those two. Kylie calling Samantha to come in behind for some protection. If you have just joined us, you're watching the New South Wales Victoria Test Series, the Keno New South Wales Blues. We're coming to you live from Warilla Bowls and Recreation Club. And the men's series now all square after 24 ends, 18 shots apiece, showing on the big board. Jessie just a little under where she needed to be with that one. Got a edge and ran away. Chris Doolan. Plenty of opportunities on this hand for the Vics. They've got their own bowl on the way up on that draw. Can also get down to the shot just like that. I think that's pretty much the same sort of line that the Blues will play with just a fraction more weight. Jamie Lee was not. Seems to be holding on. Needs to get under that one. Well, Hill says, all right, that's got it out of the way. I think the Bixel now, they'll try and play the Blues shot. Just tuck that jack around the corner. And you can hear, perhaps in the background, the cheers from Kay Moran. Dawn Heyman drawing one in. You might be holding a few on that middle rink. Tristan, and she has got the jack back. It's at least two. I want the nice tight line onto that shot bowl. Oh, it looks wide to me again. Just got the edge and ran through. Just Jamie's bowl's held on a bit longer than she wanted. Cass Melrick played a good bowl there. Got one more for against Dawn Heyman, so she's got a good lead. 9-3 after 8 ends. And it's 5-7 after 8. So Lisa Phillips leading Natasha Van Eldik on the other rink. The Vicks well and truly up in this game, in this test. Looking to finish strongly after a one-shot victory in the fourth test. The Blues won the opening 3. The Vicks looking to make a statement, though, with the sides of the Nationals due to be named in the next next week or so. Ellen got a bit of a tight line. Well, it is a Blues bowl. She's pushed up. It'll be third shot. Kylie, I think she'll just draw it in. Probably if she wants to get in. She's going to play the backhand. I think the safer option. Just a little gap there to thread. Can turn that one up. Yep, brought that one in. Ellen can draw this. There's a few chances for a result here. Wants a little slide. Oh, needed a thinner slide on that one. It'll be 3 more to the Vicks. So it's 8-4 after 7 ends. May have missed one there. They're saying it's 9-4 after 8. I may have missed one. I'll put that on. Jody just a little off with her aim with that one. Good starter from Brianna. Sun coming out. Not sure what happened there. I think our button just got pushed onto a replay. Reasonable start from the leads. Victoria have moved ahead in the men's series. A couple of singles to go out to a 2018 lead. Vicks have come out firing to go home with a couple of victories in the tests anyway. Jessie just going to leave that one a little on the light side. Nice draw here for Samantha. Through a roan bowl or turn Brianna, just come inside. Slightly heavier green, you need to reach. She's just going to be a little on the wide side. Seen a few just hang a little more than they were expecting. Blues have got, she can get outside of Brianna's and push it in, which she's done. Not sure if she's made two there. On camera, the watermelon looks closer than the back one now. Live view looks perhaps two. Just do a little play through. Looks a little wide for any result. Oh, she's got the edge in brilliantly. That is the shot. She wasn't wide at all. It was in the right line to use that bowl. Another one in the heads, the order of the day for Ellen Ryan. So fifth and final test, the Blues have secured both series. It was 3-0 after 3. The Victorian women won the second test yesterday afternoon by 1. Men now leading 4-0. So a point to prove for the Vicks. Doolan's just going to clunk out the Blues bowl. The Victorian men scored another few. They've been dominating the scoring in the last 25 minutes to half an hour. Now leading 23-18 after 28. Jamie Lee not quite got that one up to where she wanted it. It looks very loud, that shirt, Lee. Oh, I'm not sure. Speaking will know. No, you're not on, so probably that one.
We'll try that instead.
Yep, that's in. It's a very loud shirt you're wearing. Benny's just had the same reaction. What the hell? It's a very loud shirt. I'll move up a bit. You can come into the middle. Then Benny can push some buttons for us.
out. Victoria leading both series.
Both tests.
What? I just turn up and everything's gone to hell. Is that right? I just plugged myself in. Sorry if that was noisy. I didn't realise it was turned up.
It turned up really loud, actually.
It is. There we are. That might be better. So, T-shirt, you're a brave man. It's not the colour. I'm talking about the how icy cold it is here at the moment.
They haven't put our heaters on for us here this morning.
No, what's going on? Actually, I'll have to speak to.
Must talk to
someone from the
management.
club. Yeah. Oh, some voice out here at the
Shot
moment.
there, Kylie Whitehead. Removing the shot bowl.
Vic's have just got the better of the play in the last few ends on this rink, and the
Okay.
Blues had an early lead in the men's test, but Vic's have really stormed into contention in the last 25 minutes or so.
I did say to a few of our guys this morning that, yes, we're leading 4-0, but there's no doubt that the Vics would be wanting to finish with a win.
No, always danger when there's nothing to lose.
Yeah, and conditions obviously this morning. Not sure what the exact amount of rain is, but it wouldn't surprise me if
46.
it was close to a couple of inches, yeah. So, obviously, it's a different game style needs to be adopted in these conditions.
Maybe it suits the Victorians more, a bit more water on the green.
Yeah, not so much though. It's just a different way of playing, isn't it? And obviously, their greens at this time of year are probably more this speed that we're getting at the moment. Benny, you're right.
Oh, 4 to Victoria.
I think I just saw one of the greats turn up. When I say one of the greats, I mean the great. Not just you. I'm talking about over in the far corner. I think I see Karen Murphy and her mum just walking down the green now.
Certainly is. Yeah, Karen would be here to view some of these players in her role as an Australian selector. She mentioned to me she'd likely pop in over this course of the 3 days.
Obviously, her great mate came around out there as well.
So just the 45 ends our players are going to go through this morning.
Okay.
Our viewers are just joining in, so 15 ends per rink. Just to allow the Victorians are on a rather tight travel schedule. So you get all the gear packed into the buses and
maybe a
on
lesson
their
for
way.
these test series we sort out, not necessarily flying them out so close to the games.
Their departures organised by Bowls Vic, so they're sort of fully aware of the schedule, but no doubt that'll be looked at for future years. We do have a bit of a planning meeting coming up on Friday with their association as well as Bowls Queensland to talk about all 3 states and their calendars and where we can sort of working together with different things. So no doubt that'll be part of it.
Maybe run a tri-series like we did for the juniors. That was a pretty good format. I had someone mentioning that yesterday, actually.
Yeah, look, I think we'll be sticking with the 12-a-side for this as a major tool for the selection for the Nationals.
Yeah, certainly something we may be able to look at with those guys because, yeah, as you said, Benny, what worked in the juniors was sensational. I guess they go away with a slightly different format to their Nationals using all 4 disciplines, where this is just the 3 rinks of 4, so something to...
Might be able to get a fourth
something to
state
consider.
involved.
Yeah, potentially. ACT
Can we see the
or
head?
someone nice and close there. So.
My apologies. Thank you. Thanks for that, Denny. I was busy talking about planning. I didn't put it on there. My apologies. Back to pushing buttons. Benjamin, sort your life out. And Denny also saying the Victorian skip is awesome. Yeah, Kylie Whitehead, something else. The first time I've seen her play myself and hardly putting his foot wrong at the moment. She's unreal.
Very solid player. I'm happy to be proven wrong by one of our viewers, but I think Kylie is in the Jackaroos Pathways squads.
Oh, pretty sure she is.
Down in Victoria, and she maybe even went away to Com Games as our sort of travelling reserve, and with the fear of COVID and things like that, potentially knocking one of the athletes out when they went over to Birmingham last year. So, yep, certainly in the mix. Obviously, state skip and well in the mix for higher honours.
Whoa, watermelon colour bowls. You end up in a pretty good spot there too.
A little comeback for the men over there, New South Wales, back to 21-24. 31 ends played there.
Vic's doing the job here in the ladies, aren't they? 13-4 here. 10-3, and then the third one, I can't quite see.
Some of these ladies probably excited about getting home to see families and things like that, so they're full of pep this morning and putting on an awesome performance. One, maybe two there to New South Wales as it sits.
Yeah, Mel telling me I'm missing out not knowing Kylie. Yeah, she seems like an absolute champion person. I've seen her interacting around and all that stuff. There's a lot of players who sadly, because we're especially this program, Andrew, we've been running around moving equipment in and out, and we're inside outside and haven't had a chance to actually sit down and speak to any of these guys.
We normally have all our gear set up in one place so that we can just move the cameras around, but we've had to pick up the gear and move it. First time we've had to do that sort of stuff, so a little bit hectic. And the 11 o'clock finish on the second test night didn't sort of help us either.
Trish, so this one just working under the line.
Oh, look at that.
What's going to happen?
I played with the correct way to get there. There's the shot.
Well, the Vics seem to be getting the right end of the rubs, and we're putting the bowls in the right spot to get them. The Blues have just got to hang tough with 13-4 down after 9 in, 6 to go on this rink. And they've doubled our score.
Bowls, just going to miss underneath.
Yeah.
Finish down the back if it stays in. And conditions far different to what they've had when they've had 2 days of play out here on the grass greens over the first 2 tests. However, it must be said that you can't predict what conditions you're going to get. So when sides do go away to the Nationals later in the year, these are the conditions that might be faced. So you've got to be prepared for anything that you may get.
Perth in October. Could be hot. Don't know.
It'll be heaven on earth. Perth in October. September, October is heaven. There he goes. Blake Nairn yesterday was on the broadcast telling us all about the greens over there and where he likes to play. He's pretty happy with it's going to be north of Perth. He doesn't know if he's in the squads yet. He finds out this week, I think on Friday.
Brave state selection committee not to have Blake Nairn in their side. So as modest as he may be, I'd be inclined to think he's a better than 50% chance of making the side.
Going to be a shoo-in, doesn't he?
So Ellen trying to remove the shot bowl here. 2 or 3 seconds.
It's pretty close.
Going to make contact with the front, run through. And
stayed at one with the Vics still at least. Oh dear, that was close.
Maybe even 2 there, the call. Just going to see the back of the rink, whether the jack can make its way all the way through. Triss is just looking at the moment. The original call was to draw in. Kylie suggested things may not look overly great at the back, so that's what they're going to go to now. It's not going to be easy for the jack to get all the way through and stay in bounds, but just in case it rattles and heads down the line.
Well, there is a path straight through there too. It'd be amazing for it to get straight through, but...
Well, that covers... If it goes right back there. Can move it back a few metres and make some... Might be a similar shot with slightly less weight.
Yeah, the girls having a really good look there, aren't they? That's pretty much what's in front of them. That wind just kicks up again. And see, even she's just doing a little dance at the end there. Kylie Whitehead was. She was
trying to remain warm.
Freezing, exactly. Yeah. We saw earlier that Ellen Ryan's got hand warmers in her pockets. She was trying to mix all the chemicals up at one point to.
It's a pleasant summer's day in Orange, isn't it, Lee?
That's why you're in a t-shirt.
And glad there's not. Yeah, glad we're not playing the Test series in Orange. 100%.
There's some places where I've been driving to another destination and stopped at, and Orange is one of the ones where you stay out of the car as little as possible.
Ellen trying to get a bit of turn. May working off these wing ones. Oh, that's second shot.
So one to Victoria.
One to the Vicks. 14-4. And just as I mentioned, the New South Wales men clawing their way back into it.
Oh,
I think
wow.
there was 2 counts of 4. One from Dylan Fisher, one from Anthony Flapper. So that's now 32 shots to 21. 11 the difference there with 12 ends to play in favour of Victoria. Look across the rinks there. It's Ben Twist trailing Matt Flapper 7 shots to 10. Lee Schreiner trails Dylan Fisher 5-14.
Wow.
And Aaron Wilson currently leading 9-8 against Anthony Flapper. And for anyone watching on at home, this isn't the last day of our streaming. We're back.
No,
We're back
exactly,
here tomorrow
yeah.
morning. New South Wales and Victoria, men and women, in the over 60s Test series. So 3 matches, a morning and afternoon session tomorrow, and a morning session on Tuesday.
That's it. So tomorrow morning is first up with the men's. It'll be Shoebridge, Water, Clark and Lack against Young, Donaldson, Barker and Schiavello. I'm going to have to get that right before tomorrow.
Schiavello.
Exactly.
Chevello. I think
Chevello, there you go.
Young
Well,
Tony's here this week with the open side.
there you go. And then in the afternoon as well. And then finishing up on Tuesday morning. It's going to be a wonderful series.
Another 3 good games. Victoria, the current holders of both those trophies at the over 60s level. Victoria set Moema last year. As Brenner just going past there. A couple of Victoria. And it sits, and they're all smiles this morning as the sun starts to break through. Not to where we are in the commentary box.
No.
We're not going to cop any of that for a while, but for the players, a bit of relief. Sunlight.
Right now I'm remembering how good we had it in the dungeon down at Thingy.
No, I'm happy to be outside. Look at the dungeon was good. I could have made a cup of tea down there, but
Awesome bowling here by the Vic ladies. Look at that. 1, 2, 3, right on centre line. All within only 30 centimetres or so with the jack.
that's it. So Jack's sitting just ahead of that pink bowl at the back. The second one. That one dropping short. Yeah, Michael Vassallo saying, what a difference a bit of rain. You're not wrong, it can change things, and boy, I'm going to say it again, we copped it last night. Straight up, as soon as the game finished, we were running around trying to put cameras away, and just whack, a massive amount of rain immediately. Poor, I think it was Tash Van Eldick, got caught in the last 2 ends in the pouring rain as we're running cameras around.
Jesse Cattell trying to sit the back bowl. I think that's going to be enough for shot.
Yep, that'll be the one.
Super one there by Jesse. I was talking to a couple of the club volunteers here this morning who have been doing some transport runs for the Victorian sides and also getting players to and from the airport for the next event that's coming up here at the club. And they mentioned to me that the roads up to Sydney were absolutely horrendous.
Yep.
Waterlogged, fully soaked. So
Yeah, that's where I was driving last night after the football, and a couple of centimetres of rain all the way down from essentially, I can't remember. I think what's that road called? Doesn't matter. The Macca's, the first McDonald's you come
Heathcote.
to, Heathcote Road, and all the way down to Bulli Pass was just soaking, sopping, flooding wet.
So Trish with her first there, just doing enough to push Jesse's bowl away to get shot. Face first, just not quite reaching there. Right on the
Give me
line.
another view there so you can see exactly how the bowls sit. Just having a good conversation here. You can see what the call is. That's the Kylie just pointing at what the shot is there.
I might just want to check to make sure that board's still connected. Matt?
Will do.
Because the score on my screen is not matching the score on the screen.
Okay, so has a look at that. We'll give you the up-to-date score on the master board. It's New South Wales 15, trailing Victoria 32 after 30 ends played. And the men's series 34 ends completed over there. New South Wales 21, Victoria 33.
Network error. Yep. Our connection through the boards this morning has been unkind.
Yeah, it's been unpleasant. Now it's loading again now. We'll see how we go.
It was sort of like a radio coverage going round the rounds.
That's exactly
to
right.
the scores.
Describing it.
Just update the rink scores here. Our show rink is 4-14 after 10. Next door, Dawn Heyman trails 4-10 to Cassandra Millerick after 10. And Tashbell and Eldick trails 7-8 after 10 to Lisa Phillips.
As we see Jamie
That was
Lee.
Jamie Lee Worsnop.
Absolute clanger. Drawing it right around the front.
Beautiful
Very little
bowl.
room to work with.
The Victorian men have gone a little bit further ahead. It's 35 ends completed. Vic 34, Blues 21.
Blues have scored a number, though, on Disco's rink. It looks like at least 4, I
Yep,
believe.
it was a 4. It's just gone up to 25. Butters has turned that over. So 36 ends played. It's 9 the difference, 34-25. Vic lead the Keno New South Wales Blues.
So Kylie Whitehead with a bit of a job to do now, looking to remove Jamie Lee Worsnop's bolt.
This is close, too. Misses the front.
Oh, what a
Gets
shot.
it out.
What a
Super
shot.
bowl. That could be enough for 2.
Yeah, this ended up there.
Oh, it's close. No, it's still... Well, might have just locked itself in on that back one. The initial signal from Jamie Lee Worsnop was that they were still holding New South Wales ladies there.
Jamie Lee just with the magic fingers coming out to see. Wonder, she's still holding, she's saying.
It looked
You see
initially
it's-
like she'd pushed that far enough
That's
from
it.
where our angle is here.
Yeah, but it has hung up on that back bowl. Great bowl by Kylie. That's probably unlucky not to claim the shot there that deserved it.
The good thing is she got a cheer loud enough that like she got shots. All the selectors hear
Yeah,
that.
it's it. Everyone.
All the selectors hear you yell out the name. That's a great sign for future selection. Even though you haven't made shots,
That's what we like to hear.
everyone's up and about. Ellen with hers, trying to work in off that wing one.
Oh,
She's
just
found the
rolls
gap.
her own down.
Has actually just slightly moved that New South Wales bowl further back, ever so slightly.
Just laid it down. That's all. See how it's still hanging up, but
Close as the call from Trish, but still feels it's just New South Wales holding.
I just find that a strange turn of phrase. I favour that we're down. Such an odd thing to say.
You hear that a lot with the markers in singles, isn't it?
Yeah.
I favour, and you get all excited.
One
you
down.
are one down.
That one's pretty wise and heading back, wide and
Just
heading back.
outside the
somewhere.
line, yeah. Really good speed, but just missed the line. Well, we've got a few ends to go. Talk about different phrases in the sport. Throw a few comments in there. Anyone who's watched along, different phrases you've heard over the years
Silly
that
things.
intrigue you or make you wonder how it's originated. Put them in. We'd like to have a little laugh here on a Sunday morning.
Feels like a very serious chook run, actually, a Sunday morning. Right out here.
Yeah, it's hard in these matches, isn't it? Obviously, both series decided, but you're still walking out wearing your state uniform,
Yeah.
so there's going to be a lot of pride still in that. You want to perform well. It's no secret. There's some of these players who would be pretty well locked in selectors' plans for the Nationals coming up. But there's going to be other members of these squads for both New South Wales and Victoria who, great performance this morning, could just sway things in their favour. And
Especially with vultures like yourself hanging around, Lee. Mate, you're looking a bit sick. You sure you don't want to sit out and test?
quite happy to watch on, right, and watch it from here.
Still point out that this guy wearing his shorts and t-shirt out here, it bothers me a little bit.
So we'll see what Ellen comes up with here. At the end of the day, I don't think either side really knows who's holding shot here. So Ellen playing firm weight. Just not quite going to get back. So
Yeah, it didn't change much, so tape should come out.
you would think so, how close they were both looking. No, there is a concession. So it is New South Wales scoring there.
Chris just saying, yeah, it looks cold here. Yeah, it is, mate. Chris, she's one of my favourite people on earth. Chris, I haven't heard from her for a while, actually. She's beautiful. Peter Thornton, postcard bowl, wish you were here. Yeah, that's a good one. And Meter McGrath was going to get shirts made up. Not sure about that one. So I was waiting for a measure and one didn't pop up. It looks like
New South Wales
one in New
scored.
South Wales, yeah.
Both ladies jumped in and had a quick look. And you mentioned how that New South Wales bowl was sort of hanging up, not quite flat. So maybe there was another little bit of movement. Maybe it laid itself down again to become a bit closer and became more obvious.
So that's pretty short. I think they're asking for... Yep, here comes the umpire again. What do you reckon, Andrew?
I think it might be a little bit on the narrow.
On the short side, I think it's short as well. I do think it's short as well
About
myself.
2 metres. I'm just looking at where the minimum distance mark is on the other side of the green. So maybe 1.5 metres there. It's going to be really close. Maybe just under.
Yeah.
Let's have a look.
6 inches or maybe, about 6 inches.
Nothing wrong with our eyes, is there?
That's right. Well done.
It's like you're an umpire or something, Andrew, that you knew that straight away. Yep. Casper John, yeah, that's a good one. Casper, you said in. Have you released it yet? Looking for your bowl halfway up the green.
Where is it, mate?
Have you let it go?
I did hear one bloke referred to as potholes because all his bowls are always in the road.
Oh, yes, one of the things you do not like as a skip. We're all guilty of it at different times, we know, but our skippers really do like an open look at the jack, don't they, when they get onto the mat?
Did hear one of the clubs I used to be at had an extremely good bowler at it before I was there, but they always referred to him as Rust because he didn't own a car. And Rusty was in everybody else's car.
Browner with a first up toucher there. Great start.
Oh,
Us looking very
we are.
colourful there.
you shouldn't be doing that one, mate. No one wants to see these mugs. Oh, sorry, mate. Little nice and cosy here. We're not quite the Australian sprint team here.
More like the front row.
Maybe the bobsled. I think we go. The amount of velocity we'd be able to create by going down the hill. Take us a bit to get started. The first 50 metres or so might be a bit dicey, but once we get going,
we might put gouges through the ice though.
Oh, one running through.
There's a bobsled movie.
good
Maybe we could have an Australian bobsled movie.
I think we should have a standard team haircut there. What do you reckon, guys?
Well, no, we do have... I'm not going to go to your haircut.
I can't.
Andrew's going to find that difficult too. But if we are looking for a fourth member of our bobsled team, we'd have to vote in our CEO, Tim Rowe.
Oh, yes.
Running experience.
Well, he could
be that
front,
one
he
that
could
pushes it off and
it.
charges down the ice and then...
And I'm only going off my total experience in bobsledding is watching Cool Runnings. So I have to assume.
Yeah, mine.
I don't know anything.
Okay, so big holding shot here. Back to the action on screen.
Jess.
Jessie can
Oh, great shot, Jess.
She's been a
Made a
star
couple.
this series, hasn't she?
She's been amazing.
Doing everything she can to try and book herself a spot into the Nationals. Obviously had a great week here and our current New South Wales ladies state singles.
Shane Giles with another one of these phrases. Ditch weight but don't lose your bowl. Which one would you like, sir?
In other words, hit something on the way through.
Always amazed when someone has a drive and they miss by about 3 metres and someone will yell out, good weight.
Jessie down a similar line here, just looking to run all the way up. Not quite on this occasion. It's not going to make that shot any easier.
Peter Thornton, little message for Lee there.
Thank you, Pete. Yes, do remember those days. Very good times. Representing out in the country.
And the Four Rivers competition, some of his teammates were throwing confetti was the line. No, I like that very much.
I did hear someone once say they bowled to the Southern Cross.
Yes.
One up there, one out there. That'd be good for me at the moment.
We see there New South Wales holding one at least. What do we call those? Watermelon.
Watermelons,
bowls.
yeah, they look like watermelon slices. I quite like the concept. I mean, they call them Harry Styles bowls.
That's one actual current sort of pop reference song that I understand.
Watermelon sugar.
So, what about a
Great
couple
song.
there, Jamie? Push one of Brenner's bowls up through that little passage at the front and laid the back one down a little closer. So one, maybe two there. The New South Wales ladies here. And in our men's series, you see the score on screen. Maybe a very tricky comeback from there for our guys. 26-38, 7 ends to play.
Oh, one on Trish.
Oh, and well,
Trish put up 2 at 1, or at least
got the bowl she
one.
wanted. Actually, just rocked the jack back to the New South.
Are those New South Wales bowls at the back? I thought that was...
They are, yeah. They're both Briannas.
Browners. Yeah, Browner Smith.
Those ones there. So, yeah, one to New South. But very, very difficult to get into.
Browner Smith, the wonderful New South Wales, St John's product. Becoming a bit of a media star in her own right.
Brianna actually started at St Johnny's and in their junior program, so
Well, there you go. It's good to see she's still there.
pretty sure Jasmine in the under-18 squad's a little sister.
Certainly is.
And partner Ben Twist.
So here comes Jamie Lee with a second. Trying to smash some watermelon. But, just misses that bowl and gets to the back of the rink.
So Paul Goddard just pointed out, and I'll just see if I can find an angle on this now, that my Husky jumpers keep me warm. Here it is, because I've lost my New South Wales one, sadly. But I'll just zoom in a little and see if I can see him. The face of the UBC, Mr. Tom Moore, down here, also wearing his Husky jumper. There he is there.
Certainly jumper weather at the moment, even though I didn't
Absolutely.
bring mine out for this. I wasn't expecting it to be this chilly when I walked out
Philip Lubke
outside
saying
from the office.
Brianna actually started at Camden. He started at Camden, probably ended up at the St John's Junior program, I think.
Thanks, Phil. We'll take your advice on that. Thank you very much.
Phil Lubke from Silverton, I'm pretty sure.
Sipperdale.
Silverdale, always watching. Always here.
I happen to know it because I've seen it about 377 times.
Always on the feeds. He's one of the tragics. I love it. They're my favourite people.
And Tris also trying to make contact with these front bowls. It's going to turn away. Anything going to happen up here?
Oh, a little slide.
Wick, fall in, and one down.
Still one down. Yeah, Trish just put a hand up with that
Second and third
supplication there.
now. Yeah. There is very, very little on offer here for Ellen. See what she tries to do here. There is very little room to work with. What do you think, Andrew? Maybe the case of maybe 10 centimetres or so to get another shot, and bowls in the way.
I think Ellen's
All
just
over the
got to
place.
skirt around that and try and flop in off that last bowl that was pushed in.
Yeah, that's about it, isn't it?
She's just been a little bit long there. I mean, there's
Literally has to miss that front bowl by a few millimetres.
well, you've got to almost rock it with the air as you go past, then just get down to those two bowls and drop in. I don't think I could do it.
So just put it on the right line with the right weight, basically.
Yeah, just basic tenet of this game, isn't it? Grass and weight.
I was told that at one point in time. Let's see what Kylie can
Remarkably simple.
I'm just watching the men's scoreboard tick over there. They've got the 40 ends.
do. Kylie trying to do the
Kylie.
same thing.
Oh, wow. Jeez, that was a close bowl.
Well, that actually might have made it a little bit easier for Ellen. I don't mean it's
I'm,
easy.
I'm sure she'll appreciate you offering that because looks good for us up here.
That's right.
I know what you mean. There's a slightly better angle to work it off, but still just missing that front one. You saw how close Kylie went to it and struggled to make it all the way back. So
Yeah, it's gone from
Here
a
it comes.
9.99 difficulty to a 9.98.
oh, it's a tighter line. Can it shave? No. Smashed watermelon again.
Well, the Blues have got the deficit under 10 in the men.
8 back, 5 to play. Ben Twist driving, I think, with his final bowl on that end.
Oof.
He's missed, so I think that's probably going to make it into the...
Yeah, it's 4 shots there for the Vicks and Matt Flapper's rink. So 42
Kylie's
plays
just
30.
going to run into Ellen's bowl at the front. So,
1 to New South
on
Wales.
to New South Wales there.
5-10 after 11 and 11-8 after 12 on the other rinks. So 22-32 after 35.
You see the sky just clearing up a little bit over there, and that wind has picked up though.
I'm guessing that roughly 400 metres over there, there's no swimmers in Little Lake.
No, well
There's-
as you say, that
no,
about 6:30 this morning there was a few, just as I was jumping out. There was
Warren Shipley
15 or
out
20 or so over there, yeah, just when I finished up this morning.
Shippo will be out there doing his 10k swim, won't he?
No,
I didn't pass him today, no. He must have got in a bit after. He might have gone down for coffee and breakfast first.
You normally lap him, don't you, Lee?
That's right, yeah, absolutely. His Brenda just pulling up a bit short there.
I'm not actually on the... Thought I wasn't.
It was nice of her to stop her right on the edge of our camera view, though,
It
wasn't it?
was nice, yeah, thank
Yeah.
you for that. Much appreciated. There's another... It's a pretty short end still. Jack is right up. Sorry, Matt is right up. Jack a fair way back.
Well, it's looking like the Vicks are taking control of this one.
Yes. Could be a Victorian double here this morning. Now 34-22 after 36 ends. So it's looking like it may finish with the ladies
3-2.
3-2 in favour of New South Wales, and the men 4-1.
I'm going to try something here. I'm declaring Vic winners in both. Easy winners.
Oh, perfect. That's going to be New South Wales' best chance for a
that's
comeback.
This is your kiss of death deliver. I've never seen a deliberate kiss of death before.
It doesn't work when you... I don't think it works when you
calm.
want it to work. Yeah, that's right. But New South Wales now a chance. Anyway, Andrews declared Victoria home. Jodie, 2 absolute perfect bowls.
She's my player. Kylie's been doing very well, but the most consistent player out there at the moment is the Victorian lead. She's having a blinder.
She really has set them all up.
So the 1974 book of bowls had how to lead, and there's a photo of 2 bowls just like that.
Just
I'm
like
sure
that.
of
There
it.
you go.
And here's how to play second. Perfect. Well done. Sprung the jack out in the open.
Yeah, that's it. And
Great
that's
shot
what you
there from
expect.
Jessie.
Play good lead bowls. Now, someone asked me a second ago what was on the big screen behind me. Really magnificent facilities here. Warilla at the moment. South versus Cronulla, it looks like, but I don't know when that was.
Last night.
That was last
There
night.
you go.
And what a fantastic result that was. Sorry to my wife if she's watching on. Would have been a family rivalry at home with our son,
Oof.
Cronulla supporter, and my wife, South Sydney.
I heard there's flooding in Thailand as well.
Oh, yes.
Just some glutes tears.
Would have been. So,
There's that watermelon bowl all the way to the back.
And Chopper's been very conspicuously silent on Facebook this morning as well.
Jessie not quite getting past the front there. She did a job, though, in sort of opening up the jack.
And Sam chasing this one down, urging it to get around the front. Oh, it slid past.
That'll work.
And there's 2. 2 little watermelon slices sitting there. I think that's a great concept for a set of bowls. She's thought that out well.
Someone told me I've got a set of pineapples every now and then. The way they come out of my hand. Jamie Lee just a little quick with that one there. It's not an awkward, not a great setup to play into there for New South Wales. Just got an absolute perfect draw.
And Whitehead saying lead and skip both from Ovens and Murray regions. That's right, from read it before, Wangaratta and Wodonga. I tried to claim Kylie as a nearly New South Welshman.
Okay.
From Albury, Wodonga. So just across the river.
Close.
Got
Yeah.
in trouble.
Just catching on the front there. Oh, we try and induct. We'll jump on anyone.
That's it. We're like Australia's with New Zealanders. We'll
We'll bring Moana.
Well,
We'll
I was
bring
gonna say,
Moana
can we
back
take
to
Cass?
us as well.
Yeah, can we bring Cass Miller in as well in Moana?
well, she's actually in New
Jamie,
South Wales.
Yeah, just catching on the front again.
That State of Origin series looking better and better.
Oh, we have to give Twisty the Queenslanders then.
Yeah, we get Aaron Sheriff back.
Swap twist for Sheriff. One skip for the other.
Well, we've got to give Disco back to Victoria
Yeah.
and Lee Schreiner back to Victoria.
Where did he kick off in? Vic or Taz? Where was he?
Tasmania.
He's a Vic
Originally.
kicked off in Vic.
Oh, that ran through.
I did throw that bait out there for people to
There was.
jump in.
We got a few too late,
Yeah, I
didn't
wasn't
we?
sure where he started.
No, he started in Victoria, moved down and played in Tasmania for a while.
I know he's got about 400 or in excess of 400 state caps across the 3 state appearances, making his New South Wales debut 12 months ago in this respective series at Moama.
Lee, I think we have to get you to get the heaters turned on here.
I reckon
this is like this tomorrow.
It's getting nuts. I'm glad it's only one game today. I'm looking forward to going and ragging up this afternoon on the couch.
Okay, so Ellen Ryan on the mat. She's got ice in her veins anyway. She must be always cold.
She's going hand warmers, mate. She's
Trying to make contact with a bit of an angle up the front
Oh,
and
just-
run through. Well,
You
got
know,
rid of one of the
it's
shots.
got cold when the person who grew up in Goulburn is cold.
Absolutely.
yeah, it's
It's a funny thing with all these bowlers, though, isn't it? Like, no matter how cold, a lot of these, especially in the open sides, are always shorts.
Yeah, well,
No matter.
we're now careful. we were talking about that earlier, and there's a bit of debate on the in the live stream. I don't know about the Vicks, but I know. Well, there's a pair of Victorian pants over there. Who's wearing those?
There's a
Oh no,
couple
that's
here
Kane
and there.
Moran's wearing.
Yeah, KOs. But generally speaking, even playing back home in Central West New South Wales, you'd have as many layers as you could in the top and a pair of shorts.
Yep, summer at the bottom, winter at the top, and back in the day we used to bag out West Australian bogans for doing that. There was winter on top and summer at the bottom all the time, thongs, shorts, thick woolly jacket, and but I find bowlers do the same
thing. What gets
thing.
me is the people wearing jeans and like three jackets and a beanie and gloves and wearing thongs.
I do that because I'm too lazy to put my shoes on.
It made me cold just looking at them.
Just looking here, New South Wales ladies having a bit of discussion, trying to look at any way through to get to that shot bowl. Kylie's first one just out of camera shot, but it has finished on the green, right at the back of the rink. Ellen trying to find any angle possible to
Rip it out.
might be the sort of hit and hope. Oh, she can quite get that weight through the front. Even now, still looking on the mat. Not fully convinced that she can find a way through.
Probably looking at whether or not they could pump Jamie's bowl with the cannon onto it, but
Yeah,
I don't think it lines up.
Yeah, it looks like it's missing.
Oh,
The wind comes in again. He lets you know that one of the men's rinks has completed, and it was Aaron Wilson for New South Wales recording a 15-shot-to-9 victory over Anthony Flapper.
Yep.
Okay,
Speed.
so Ellen, nice and firm. As she found that gap,
Jack.
she found the jack. And would you believe the first bowl of Kylie Whitehead's,
his shot.
which we mentioned hung up on the edge of the green, is now the shot bowl. Ellen's bowl only a couple of feet away in the ditch, not quite close enough. Well, she's well there to pick that gap.
That was unreal. Unbelievable
Love to
to
have
fit
got
through
the
there.
jack. So you see Kylie's bowl there, just next to the Warilla Bowls logo. That's the shot. This one a little bit less, so it looks like it'll be just one to Victoria. It is confirmed.
What a phenomenal bowl, though, by Helen Ryan. That's ridiculous. Absolutely astonishing.
Still not quite enough.
Just not enough, but yeah, wow.
Plays so well to find that small gap. She was just trying to, I think, get the edge of the bowl first. Six ends left to play overall. 2 ends here on each and every rink in our ladies' match. I'll leave you guys just after the next couple of bowls, so I'm going to get changed into the right gear for our presentation.
For a presentation, that's it. I'll have to run off and get my cameras shortly too. I left them in the car.
We'll do that because it will be nice and quickly at the conclusion of this match. As we mentioned, the Victorians on a relatively early flight back home today. They've got about an hour and a half drive here from Sydney to Sydney to make their way up to the airport. So we'll get them on the road nice and quickly at the conclusion of this match.
And I do think that's a shame. It's one of the great things about sport, and especially Australian sport, is the little bit of a socialise you get to have after the game, after a few days of competitive bowls and competition and rivalry. You get to sit around with your opponents and just enjoy their company for a bit.
Yeah, thankfully I think both men's and ladies did that here at the club last night for a little while after Test match number 4. So maybe they were aware, Ben, of obviously their timelines and made use of that time last night to, as you say, catch up with the opposition.
Well, we
fierce
know,
on the green, and
we know someone like Kylie's they're going to fly back to Melbourne, and then she's got to make her way back up to Wodonga, so that's a fair trip.
There's It might be a good note for me to leave. Brendan's just drawn 2 shots. So. Thanks, guys. Well, I'll leave the broadcast, leave you two to finish things off, and we'll see everyone in one of our future streams.
Yeah, well, tomorrow morning. See you then.
Hopefully Lee will have a blue shirt on then. Not that eye-watering combination he's wearing now.
No. Gus saying that the AFL and the NRL have Indigenous rounds. Could bowls have one? I wouldn't mind seeing that myself.
Yeah.
Interesting idea.
Fortunately for the AFL and the NRL, the clubs at that elite level have got the cash to splash on the
it's a bit of money on it, yeah.
on the jumpers, and I think there might be a bit of marketing involved with those. Those jumpers probably pay for themselves with the merchandising rights. I'm not going to ask our bowling clubs to fork out for special design jumpers for one round. Some of the clubs struggle to afford their uniforms as it is. But certainly worth considering as a concept.
So, penultimate end.
It's a big word. You used to watch that TV show too, didn't you?
Which one?
One where they'd say the penultimate question.
No, I don't know what that one is.
I used to be a kids' TV show on many years ago.
New South Wales holding 2, and I can't tell you, I'm going to say this again, we've been harping on it. It is icy cold up here in the
I'm shivering. There's absolutely no polar bear in me.
And while the players are in the sun, I don't know if they'll be a lot warmer. And that one just not quite running through. But are all the men finished? Is that what that means?
That means yes. And they haven't updated the big board, but it says 34-43 after 44. They might not have played the last end. With 9 the difference, so they may have just said, oh, our bowl's at the right end, let's knock it on the head.
That's it. So all the lads lining up now on the side. Just I'll give you a view of what's going on there.
The Vics especially, because they know that their women are about to record a victory. 15 shots, the difference.
Yeah, that's the way they wanted to finish. Finish that they have. There you go. That's the Victorian squad lining up to watch their ladies finish this one off. Sorry, who? Ann Miles retiring. Oh. Right, so just had it pointed out by one of the Victorian officials that Ann Miles just bowled her final bowl for Victoria as she's retiring from the game. And that's why everyone's lined up there watching as well. Not just for the victory they're going to have, but as a tribute to Ann, which is absolutely magnificent. It's one of the things we do well in sport, is pay tribute to the people that have contributed so much. And right on, Ann.
Cass Millerick's drawn 2 shots on the next ring. Dawn Heyman with a run with her last bowl. Well, the Vicks will go away from this last test with a sense of confidence, and well, it's a big count to Victoria on that middle rink. That's going to be the kill any hope of the Blues fighting back.
5.
5. So Cass Miller on the second last end there picked up a 5 to go to 18.
It's Olivia Cartwright looking a little bit sheepish. She put 5 up there. Sometimes you don't want to shame your opponents a bit, but 5's a big score.
Celebrate them.
Yeah, I agree. Celebrate your success. Tell all my friends, all the people that I coach and mentor in bowls to always celebrate your successes. Vince Calabresi's here, watching from St John's Park in Sydney. Hopefully it's warm there, buddy.
So close.
Ellen Ryan, quick, missing everything and rocketing into the bank. 2 to Victoria there. Final end coming up. And an undoubted, being 23 shots up now after 42 ends, an undoubted victory now for Victoria. And in this final test of the ladies, and the men have got one up over. Over New South Wales now as well on the other side. So the final test this morning, shortened test after some rain, has been won comprehensively by the two Victorian sides. Playing with some confidence and a little bit of verve, I think, over there on that third rink closest to the lads. There's
Well, probably a lot of freedom there too, knowing that they're in control.
Karen Brown saying congratulations, Air Miles, on a brilliant career. I agree. Just looking up her results, she's been quite an amazing player for Bowls Victoria over the years, so well done, Ant.
I think I've lost my voice. It's frozen off me.
There's a players just saying, paying tribute to Anne over the side there. I'll come back to this head shortly.
Just a sense of frustration for some of the Blues there too. They're just not quite got it today. So Lisa Phillips made it 2 on that last end to have a one-shot win over Tash Van Eldik.
I'm going to say this again. Jodie, for the Victorians on this rink here, Jodie Freund
has played well.
She's absolutely killed at this game. She's I'd go as far to say she's been the difference between the sides, mostly just because she's just been consistently on jack and making New South Wales play shots they don't necessarily want to play.
Certainly laid the platform. I wonder if Ellen would throw those hand warmers up here for us.
And Whitehead saying Anne's still going to play in the senior side. She's another Ovens and Murray player. Well, while the New South Wales players have all ducked inside into the warmth, every Victorian is here watching the final few ends of these games.
Carl Healy has resorted to the jumper as well. He's not a complete lunatic.
Nearly there, mate. just moving his legs around. We're both sort of dancing here behind the commentary position. So while that's happening,
I'm sure
Skin on
work
the
cover
ground,
has
so-
something to say about how cold it is.
That's just to put a jumper on.
Yeah, put another one on.
So these are the scenes here at Warilla at the moment.
It is a nice blue sky in front of us, but that wind coming through.
Yeah, that wind is howling at the moment. So yeah, there's all the Victorian ladies have stayed up that end, and they're just pan around. There's all the Victorian men, and the last couple of ends being played here. And a pretty good view from where we've got to. That's able to get a really nice camera angle on all of that from here. A few of the New South Wales guys are there.
Yeah, they're mostly up.
So a little tunnel there to Jack, if one of the players can get to it. Just comes running down the green.
Well, 4 bowls remaining, so we do thank you for joining us for this broadcast of this 5-test series coming to you from Warilla Bowls and Recreation Club between the Keno New South Wales Blues and the Big V, the Victorians. Confirmation that it will be a 3-2 win in the series to New South Wales women and a 4-1 win to New South Wales in the men. We will be back live with you tomorrow morning, 9:30am for the New South Wales, well, the Keno New South Wales Blues senior test series, 3-test series between the Blues and the Vics.
Yeah, it's going to be. I'm looking forward to that one, and I'm with you, Andrew. Thanks again for watching with us. There's been a lot of people online over the last few days, and a few more games to go, and from the brilliant facility that is Warilla Bowls and Recreation Club.
The final score didn't go on the board next door to us, so needless to say, it is a victory to Victoria.
Yep. So one in New South Wales was the call from came around there.
So Dawny will go to 6. That's 14 shots. I don't think Ellen can make 14.
Maybe split the jack or crack open a couple of bowls and and then pretend they count.
Have 8 near it and split the jack and get 16.
Thanks for the feedback, everyone. Everyone there, Mary Ingram from Scotland saying see you all tomorrow. Can't wait. Mary, it's going to be great.
Elle's having a run. Well, I think it's 1 to Victoria. That'll do anyway. Doesn't make any difference. It's a comprehensive win for Victoria in this the 5th test for the women. So
once again, looking around at all the players here, just mustering around the end and celebrating the Victorians both having a win on the same test, same morning. They'll have their team meeting or team huddle over there as well. But well done to all the players. It's been a really fantastic atmosphere and a really brilliant series, especially that as much as we're talking about we had to jump around and move our equipment, they played in the rain and in the difficult conditions at times and moving inside and outside at night games and whatnot, and the Victorians travelling up, having to travel a lot early in the morning. We really appreciate it. But thank you everyone for joining us, and we will see you at
tomorrow morning. Keep an eye on the Facebook feed. It's 9 or 9:30, I'm not sure.
Yeah, one of those.
But we'll be on live tomorrow morning. Look forward to your company then, and for now, goodbye.